and welcome back again to Gav Goes In. Well. Why are we not surprised? Um, you know what it is, yeah. You know what? No, the reason why I'm laughing, yeah, is because this is just like one big, massive merry-go-round. You know, Ruben Amorim, just give him a 10-year contract, man. You just give him a 10-year contract because you're gonna get people now, yeah, that are gonna start to say, stick with Amarim now to the end of the season because he's beaten a very, very, very poor Wolves side. I mean, Wolves are so poor, yeah. I just don't know where they're going to pick up the majority of their points. They're that bad, And as I said, man, it's one of them things for me, yeah, that this is what happens with this club. It's like the manager is under pressure, then he gets a couple of wins, and then all of a sudden it's keep Ruben Amorim. And I guarantee you now, yeah, you're gonna get fans that are gonna come out and say, give Amorim to the end of the season. He deserves a few more games. And then it's just a massive roundabout. We just go in cycles. United now up to sixth place, plus 4 goal difference, 25 points. And as I said, if people are looking at the league table now, they're going to be thinking, you know what? United are doing well this season. Yeah. And without putting context to it, yeah, you're gonna think that. And this is what I'm trying to say to you. This season, this league table this season is just weird. It is weird. Because to think that Manchester United have been that bad this season and they find themselves in sixth place, yeah, I'm just laughing because it's like you can already see, yeah, I can already see that people are gonna start saying keep Ruben Amorim, and the facts are his team have beaten a very, very poor Wolves side. They're probably one of the poorest sides that I've seen in the Premiership for a while. I think when Bellegarde went off injured, you can clearly see that they were going to struggle, and there ain't really much to take away from this game, if I'm honest. And that's why I've said in the description, what can you actually take away from this game? Because yes, United got 4 goals, but there were 4 goals really that could have been prevented. The first goal from Bruno Fernandes, I mean, it was poor defending, and then poor goalkeeping as well. The Mason Mount goal, to be fair, was good. It was a good ball in the box by Bruno and a good finish from Mount. But again, that could have been avoided. The penalty, which Bruno took, and then the other goal was scored by Mbuemo. Again, Wolves getting caught in transition. Sorry guys, bear me. Sorry, Wolves getting caught in transition, and then obviously Dalot squaring the ball to Mbuemo for the goal. Now, this I'm trying to say to you. If you guys just missed it because I've been on mute a little bit, this is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, people are now going to start saying Amorim has to stay longer because Man United have just beaten a shocking Wolves team 4-1. Like, I'm looking at that game and there's nothing that I can take away from this game, if I'm honest. And I don't think there's people that should be, saying that Amorim deserves to stay longer now. Look at games in isolation because, there's not a team in the league that wouldn't have beaten this Wolves team. Like, Wolves were wide open. They played a bit of decent football in the first half, but they're wide open, defensively poor, toothless up top. I think Bellegarde, obviously, he got injured, but he was quite clearly their most threatening player. Strand Larson was poor. Big up to Babs One Diva says, I said Man U 3. Still doesn't change anything with Amorim. He's still there though. Yeah, listen, I mean, you're gonna get fans that are gonna be hyping this result up, And as I said, it's very funny, yeah, how a lot of the players that that have been a problem for a while have actually had a decent game against a very poor a very poor Wolves team. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the level now because you've got people saying that Mason Mount, and Mason Mount was decent, great finish. But I think what we have to realize is that we're playing against a team that is really a championship team. Let's be honest. So again, Mason Mount, good goal. I believe, did he get an assist as well? I'm not too sure. Bruno Fernandes got 2 goals. You know one thing that I want to tell you guys as well, yeah? The very fact, yeah, that Matheus Cunha was playing against his old team, United get a penalty, and Bruno Fernandes doesn't even let Cunha take the penalty against his former team. That just shows you, yeah, that Bruno has to get numbers to keep himself relevant. And people are not going to talk about this, but I am, yeah? The fact that Bruno got a goal already, yeah, and again, the keeper should have saved it, yeah? United are 3-1 up. Matheus Cunha is against his former club. And you mean to tell me that Bruno Fernandes, couldn't even hand over the penalty to Matheus Cunha to score against his former club? Because, again, Bruno just wants the glory for himself, If that's a real captain, he would have thought, you know what, 3-1 up, I've got the goal, Wolves are poor, let me just give it to Cunha, get his confidence up because he hasn't been scoring so that much lately. But yeah, he takes the penalty, and as I said, man, it's about stats for Bruno. So now all you're gonna see now is Bruno got 2 goals and he got an assist, and this is what people do. We just end up going round and round in circles because there's some fans out there that are not gonna learn because again, a lot of fans don't look at the bigger picture. They look at right now. I think if there's any fan on here, and again, feel free to give me your opinion, but if there's any fan on here that thinks Ruben Amorim now deserves the whole season, or he deserves longer because they're beating a Wolves side, I would say you're part of the problem, because there should be no fan here that really comes on here and says Amorim has to be given a lot longer. Because as I said, there isn't, I think any team in the league would have beaten this Wolves team today. They were that poor. They were that poor. And they've got nothing really. I would say it's going to be a long season for them because they haven't really got too much that they can depend on, unfortunately, You look at João Gomez didn't play. He starts alongside Andre. I think if he probably played, it's probably a different, He might have been a different game. But as I said, man, I don't think there's much to take away from this game for Man United. If we're going to go on to the individuals, I thought the defence really didn't really have too much to do. I mean, Wolves were threatening in the first half, but again, they haven't really got too much going forward, and they weren't really that much of a threat, if I'm honest, So I don't think the defence had much to do. I thought Heaven, Shaw, and Mazraoui were relatively comfortable throughout the whole game. Casemiro was very good, but again, I'm not going to really get carried away because this is bottom of the table that have 2 points. And Manchester United done what they needed to do. The fact that it was 4-1 makes it look a lot better. But let's not get away from it. That first half was an even first half. And then second half, I think Wolves capitulated. But again, Wolves are a poor team, man. So I don't think there's nothing to be getting carried away with this performance from Manchester United, if I'm honest. Guys, let me know what you thought of the game because, I just think it was just a routine victory, as the title says. Which manager do we bring in? Well, again, if it's on an interim base, because if they do decide to sack him, it's not going to be a manager from another club, in my opinion, because they're going to probably want their own stamp on the team in the summer. If it's an interim, as I said earlier, I can't look no further than Michael Carrick or even a Xavi for interim, And obviously, if they don't get kept on, if they're an interim, then I think, you know, you can look at the likes of Glasner, Iraola, you know, possibly a Zidane, you could say. Who knows? But now that's one thing we don't need, man. Is another board manager. I'm done with the board managers. Um, I'm done with the board managers, man. Guys, come on, smash the likes up. We got 18 of you in there watching, and we got 6 likes. Let me know what you thought of. Let me know what you thought of the performance. Schweinsteiger was a centre mid. Well, Schweinsteiger actually started off as a right winger before he went to centre mid. So he was actually a right winger, and then went to centre mid, and obviously then played CDM as well. But yeah, no, he was actually a right winger. Big up to Mike Willie 45 as well. Yeah, listen, Wolves are poor, man. They're a poor team. They're a very poor team. So I don't think there's I mean, what can Man United really take apart from the fact that, you know, a slight bit of confidence going into the game against Bournemouth next Monday? Because for me, yeah, I think any team would have beaten this Wolves team. You know, it has to be said. You know, and I just hope we don't get any fans that are now saying that Amarim now needs to stay longer based off of this result, because I think that will be, you know, premature in my opinion. So yeah, it's crazy, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed off before the game that Mason Mount was starting, because I knew the manager would do this, and again, Mason Mount got a very good goal, had a decent performance, but is it more of a case Mason Mount was good because it was against Wolves? Because I can guarantee you this, yeah, if it was against a top 6 team or a team just below that, would Mason Mount have put in that performance? You know, he wouldn't have. For me, he wouldn't have. And the thing as well is that now against Bournemouth, you can see Mason Mount starting the next game. And this is what I'm trying to say to you, yeah? It doesn't take much for certain players to get game time under this manager, because they're his favourites, you know? The fact that he brought Kobbie Mainoo on, yeah? Kobbie's checked out. Kobbie don't want to be here. It's very obvious. You can see from Kobbie's face, he's disillusioned with life at Manchester United. He don't want to be here. You know, he doesn't figure in this team under this manager, because this manager blatantly is disrespecting him and doesn't rate him. So the fact that the manager's bringing on Kobbie Mainoo, the manager thinks he's smart. He's doing that because he's trying to appease the fans. You know what I mean? Just keep it real and just don't play Kobbie at all, because we all know you don't rate Kobbie Mainoo. You know, we all know you don't rate Kobbie Mainoo. So the fact that this manager is trying to pull the wool over our eyes is pathetic, really. You know, Kobbie has well and truly checked out of this team, and I can't really blame him. You know, he's getting brought on when the game's won, or he's getting brought on giving pity minutes at the end. You know, he's well and truly checked out of this team, of this manager. So I think January needs to be looked at definitely now, because as I said, we're just going round and round and round in circles, man, with this manager. Because what happens is that he wins a game like this today, and then you're going to get fans, you know, cheering him, shouting out Ruben Amorim. The board are going to listen to this, and then next week we play Bournemouth and get smoked. So this is what's going to happen. It's just the same old shit, man. We just go round and round in circles. So round and round in circles, man. So yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I just don't understand it, man. It's crazy. But I thought Casemiro played well. Bruno Fernandes, I mean, he got 2 goals. As I said already, yeah, the fact that Bruno never let Cunha take that penalty, you know, is poor for me, because it's, as I said, it's Cunha's old club. You know, Bruno's already got a goal the keeper should have saved it, really. And again, he doesn't even let Cunha take the penalty because Bruno knows that he has to keep relevant with stats, you know, and this is the problem. I thought he had a decent game, but again, what are we taking away from this? It's against relegation candidate in Wolves. I thought again, Dallo, and again, Dallo last 2 games, he's got a goal and an assist. And now, he's going to be calling for him to get more starts now as well. So as I'm trying to say to you, there's certain players in this team that don't have to do too much to get more chances, unfortunately. And this is the problem. Ahmad's got a lot of quality. Sometimes people could say he was a bit selfish in the sense of trying to take everyone on. But again, Ahmad's got a lot of quality and he brings a lot to this team. Embuemo was in and out of the game. I thought Embuemo was threatening in behind Wolves' high line. I mean, the amount of times Wolves was getting caught in transition with that high line was embarrassing, really. You would think that a team that are at the bottom with 2 points would at least try and keep it tight. But, they were just trying to keep a high line. And even the goal by Embuemo to make it 2-1. Look how high their defence is. I'm watching it now. They've got 2 men back, and then the other guy gets distracted by the ball, and it's 2 against 2. Sam Johnston caught in no man's land, and then Dallo squares it to Embuemo for an easy tapping. And again, a better team doesn't get caught like that. So, yeah, Man United were always going to cause Wolves problems because Wolves are bottom of the league for a reason. They're bottom of the league for a reason. And that's what I'm saying. It's a routine victory, man. Even the third goal, the third goal was comical, really. They blocked the shot, don't get out quick enough to shut down Mazraoui. He then cuts it back. The amount of time Bruno has to play the ball in. And to be fair, it's a very good ball. Great finish from Mason Mount. But again, that goal could have been prevented. I mean, I'm not quite sure what Wolves were doing. I think it's Krejci that's in the midfield. Like, he's just coming out so slow to try and close down Bruno Fernandes. And then obviously he picks up Mason Mount. So, yeah, Wolves are a poor team, man. And they're definitely going down. I think Rob Edwards coming up from the Championship from Middlesbrough. I don't think he can do anything with this team. Like, they're poor, and today showed it. I thought in the first half they were causing United problems. They played some good stuff. But yeah, bro, this 3-4-2-1 formation is shit. It is crap. Some people actually think United are playing a 3-4-3, which just shows you that people are not actually checking the formation properly. This is not a 3-4-3. It's a 3-4-2-1 because you're playing with 2 10s, a left and a right 10. That's why we're saying that Embuemo is playing in the wrong position because he's a wide forward being made to play as a right 10. And again, Embuemo got the goal, but Embuemo's been doing that since he's come to Man United. He's getting goals, but his performances haven't been that great. So, yeah, man, it's just madness. It's madness. It's madness. So, yeah, man, it's just, I mean, United going to 6th place. And as I said, it is crazy, man, that United find themselves in 6th place after, as I said, not even being great. And obviously Amorim, what does he have now? What, 14 wins in 12 months, And as I said, it's mad that to think that, they've beaten Wolves 4-1. A team that is that poor, I thought Cunha was good tonight, to be fair. I think some of his touches, is the Cunha that we remember. What I would say, though, playing Cunha as the 9, I mean, how long is that going to last for? Is he going to keep persevering with Cunha in the 9? Because although Cunha did show some glimpses of quality tonight, he's going to have tougher games, because they're bottom of the league for a reason. Against Bournemouth, it's going to be a tough game. Is he going to play the same front three of Embuemo, Cunha, and Mason Mount. I think he does. I think he plays the same front three. And I think if he plays that same front three, I don't see United having that much joy against Bournemouth, in my opinion. You know. Jonas nailed it with the United/Liverpool formation switch comment. 3-4-2-1 could work, just not with the players we have. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, Man United and Liverpool have got their formations the wrong way round. Liverpool should be playing Man United's formation. Man United should be playing Liverpool's formation. 100%. You know, 100%. But as I said, man, this manager's just going to just ride this until the wheels fall off, unfortunately. You know, and I just hope that we got fans in this fan base, yeah, that don't get carried away with tonight's result. Because I'm telling you this now, there's another loss round the corner. You know, another loss round the corner. There's nothing to take away from this game. Man United should be spanking teams like this, like Wolves, who've got 2 points on the board. You know, I feel sorry for the I feel sorry for the teams, yeah, that the teams that didn't get 3 points against Wolves. I mean, who was it who drew against Wolves? I think it was Tottenham. And who was the other team? Because I'll be honest with you, those teams that didn't beat Wolves, they should be looking at themselves hard in the mirror, man, and thinking, what are we doing? Yeah, I agree, man. It's a nothing result tonight. I mean, it's 3 points, and that's why I said nothing less than 3 points is satisfactory. So the fact that we got 3 points is the main thing, but you know, I don't think there's anyone that should be getting carried away, because Man United have got some tough games coming up, you know, and the one game that you can bank on should have been this Wolves game. You know, I did say Wolves would beat Man United 2-1, you know, and I did truly mean that, because I just didn't know what team he was going to play and how the players will turn up, really. But I think once Bellegarde went off, you know, and again, a lot of the goals come from poor mistakes, really. A lot of the goals are coming from poor mistakes. So, yeah, man, Wolves are not good, man. They're not good. They're not good, man. But yeah, as I said, man, the 3 points is the main thing, and that's all that can be asked from. Guys, come on, we got 20 of you, 14 likes. Smash the like button, sub to the channel, share the channel, and keep the support coming as always. Give me your comments, guys. Let me know how you think the players performed. I'm surprised there's no Mason Mount love in today, because Mason Mount was decent, but as I mentioned earlier, it's against bottom of the league. So maybe that's his level, bottom of the league. City will try, but not this year. Arteta will finish Pep. Listen, Man City winning this league, man. They're winning this league. There's no doubt in my mind that City win this league. Yeah, listen, I'm waiting for Lumi to come through with the Mount. I'm waiting for it. There's no doubt she's gonna come through and say, I told you about Mason Mount. And this is what happens, you know. It's when Mount's poor, it's quiet, but when Mount gets a goal or an assist, these people come back. You know what I mean? It's just funny. But yeah, listen, Arsenal will bottle the league. They will, man. To think that Arsenal were 9 points ahead of Man City and they're now 2 points tells you all you need to know. And as I said earlier, you know, City now, yeah, just need to, well, basically Arsenal cannot afford to draw the next game with City playing and City win, because that makes them level on points. And as we know, City are used to being chased, and we know that Arsenal crumble. So we are missing the top two centre-backs in world football. Well, we missed the best centre-back in world football right now in Matthias de Ligt. So I'm not sure who the top two centre-backs are. You need to help me with that one. Yeah, listen, this whole Arteta's ending Pep, I don't know where that's coming from, man. You know, he can't even end Unai Emery. Unai Emery should still be manager of Arsenal. If Unai Emery had the money that that Arteta had, Unai Emery would have won them a league long time ago. He would have. I don't think there's no one that can deny that. To think that Arteta's been given what? Is it over £1 billion? I heard he's spent. I could be wrong. And he still hasn't won no league title. Telling you now, man. If it was Unai Emery, and I think people are sleeping on Unai Emery. I'm telling you, Unai Emery is a top manager. He is. Look at what he's done with Aston Villa. Aston Villa were in the bottom three. They're now in the top three. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. We are winning that game if Gabriel and Saliba were playing. Yeah, well, they didn't, and you didn't win it. So what does that mean? That doesn't make no sense. They didn't play, and you lost. Simple. Don't worry, bro. They will be back. Saliba and Gabriel, they will bully the league when they come back. Yeah, all right. All right. How can they bully the league when neither one of them have won a league title? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, doesn't make any sense, man. You can't bully a league when you haven't won a league title. Like, doesn't make any sense. You know? You guys ain't got no European trophy, but yet you're going to bully the Premier League. All right. Ain't going to happen. Guys, is there any player from Wolves that you would take at your club? Name me one player from Wolves that you would take at your club. I think a lot of you are probably going to say Bellegarde. He's a good player, Bellegarde, to be fair. You know, he's a good player. He's a threat. Gabriel and Saliba can't stay fit. How are they bullying anything from the physio's bench? There you go. There you go. Yeah, big up, man. Andre, João Gomez, Strand Larson. Yeah. I hear it. João Gomez didn't play tonight. He was suspended. I think Andre's the decent player, but he got caught in possession for the first goal. Strand Larson was poor. You know, I think there was actually cheering him coming off. Agbadu, I hear it. I think he's a physical centre-back. I think Agbadu, he would be good at a team like... I think a team like Bournemouth, he might be decent at, to be fair. We need Troy Parrott back, you know. My God. Is it that bad, yeah? Troy Parrott. Troy Parrott, boy. Guys, let me know who you reckon's winning this league title this season. Let me put a poll out, actually. Let's put a poll out. Let's put a poll out. So guys, I'm putting a poll out here. Let me know what you think. So who wins the league this season? Guys, who wins the league this season? Man City or Aston Villa? Let me know who wins the league this season. Man City or Aston Villa? Arsenal in 5th. Boy. So who wins the league? Man City or Villa? So City 75%, Aston Villa 25%. Thought Liverpool before a ball was kicked. Now it's got to be City. They haven't played particularly well just yet, but they are due to step up to the level. I hear it. I hear it. Guys, come on, make sure you're voting. So who wins the league this season, City or Liverpool? 83% saying, sorry, 71% saying Man City, 29% saying Aston Villa. Kim Bill says, what about Arsenal? What about them? What about them? I said win the league, not compete for top 4. To be honest, I don't care about Champions League. Oh, God. You don't care about Champions League. Yeah? Well, you should, because you ain't won it. Guys, remember as well, if you want to see my boxing fight Saturday just gone, make sure you become a member, and it's all on there. So I got it up for, I got my fight up on my members only page. So again, once you guys become a member, you'll be able to view the fight and view some other stuff in the members only as well. How hard is it to box? It's very difficult, man. It's in terms of the training, you know, it's not for everyone. You know, the training is tough, but it's good, you know, and again, yeah, boxing's one of them sports where you can't take it for granted, man. You know, you need to be committed to it. You know, if you're someone that, you know, that doesn't like to get punched, then maybe it's not for you, because you got to be able to take punches. And the training side of it is not easy, but it's rewarding. That's what I would say. Liam Brady, boy, you're going back in time. The only trophy Arsenal gets at the end of this season is the world record for choking. Hey. May I ask your favourite boxer? It's difficult, man. There's quite a few. If I just run through if I just run through the boxers that I like, Floyd, Sugar Ray Robinson, obviously Ali, Usyk, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. I like Tank Davis. To be fair, there's loads of good fighters out there, man. Loads of good fighters. I think if I had to say one, it's got to be Floyd for me. It's got to be Floyd, man. Big up to United fan as well. Yeah, Usyk's ridiculous, man. Usyk's ridiculous, but Yeah, he's ridiculous, man. Just look at his amateur career, man. He's ridiculous fighter. Yeah, there's loads, man. There's loads. You know, everyone's gonna have their own favorites. You know what I mean? Their own personal favorites. But yeah, for me, man, Floyd's definitely up there, no doubt. Guys, what are the Champions League games tomorrow? What games are playing tomorrow? I know Inter are playing Liverpool. Obviously, there's a certain Mo Salah that might not be in the. Is he in the squad? Gav, who's winning the Champions League? Again, I'm gonna go with my original picks. I think between Barcelona and PSG, I think we'll win it this season. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, yeah, now we're talking. Roy Jones, Lennox Lewis, yeah, listen, man. Can't forget them guys, man. Oh my God, how can I forget Tyson? Mike Tyson, my God, how can I forget Tyson? You think Bayern Munich will win the Champions League? Nah, not for me, man. Not for me. I think they might get to a quarter final, but I'm saying Barca or PSG for me, definitely. I think those two will be in the running, man, for sure. So guys, make sure you're voting. We got 13 votes. Who wins the league this season? 77% say Man City and 23% say Aston Villa. Yeah, Lomachenko is Lomachenko is good, man. But again, they're all from the same stable, Lomachenko and Usyk. You know, but you got guys like Dimitri Bivol as well. You know, you got David Benavides. I mean, these guys are animals, man. You know, there's loads of good fighters out there. I would vote, but I'm a Villa fan and can't bet against my own team. Listen, bro, just vote, man. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, man. As I said, man, Arsenal was scared going to Villa the other day and got well and truly beaten. So there's nothing to be scared about, man. Nothing to be scared about. You are going to be having nightmares of Arteta in the years to come. Feel sorry for you guys. Crazy. I had an Arsenal fan tell me today, yeah, that that Arsenal are the second best team in the league. And this is what I'm trying to say to you. These guys are settling for second place. It's crazy, man. It's crazy out here. Well, at least there's one normal Arsenal fan in there. We're not winning the league, the damn league, bro. Let's be real. Yeah, listen, you're not winning nothing, man. I'm telling you this now, yeah. Arsenal finished outside the top 2 this season. They finished outside the top 2. You've heard it here first. Oh, you're a Villa fan, okay. Big up. The Judgment Day. That's mad. Gav, you have any advice for me? I have a height insecurity. I'm 5'8" at 18. Bro, my advice is ignore the nonsense, man. Ignore the negatives and focus on the positives. That's my advice. Yeah, big up, man. You think teams will have a chance coming to the Emirates? We have played all hard away games and are top. It's not how people. That's not how football works, though. You know, just because you've played all the away games, that doesn't mean nothing. You know, once it's pressure. You know, don't look at these first 13, 14 games as anything, because once the pressure's on, this is when you're gonna see what Arsenal are made of. And the fact that they're actually 2 points clear at the top at the moment, you know, it's pressure time for them because they can't afford to to draw a game now with Man City breathing down their necks. That's the reality. So yeah. Yeah, big up to Jay, man. So I'm going on a weight loss journey for my wrestling. I was 78 kg at the start of the year. I'm now 68 kg. Have I done well? You done very well, man. You done very well. Discipline, you know what I mean? Commitment, that's all it takes. You know, not everyone can do it, man. But if you've dropped all that weight, then big up yourself, man. Big up. Yeah, big up, man. Guys, come on, let's smash them likes. We got 16 likes. Let's at least try and hit 20 likes. There's 25 of you watching. Let's at least hit 20 likes, guys. So if you're enjoying the content and you like the channel, then smash the like button, share the channel, and make sure you subscribe as well. Big up. We're gonna wrap it up, guys, in a couple of minutes. Obviously, I was live earlier with Fitz and with Jonas. So yeah, guys, make sure you check out our content from earlier. Some interesting debates there. You might find one interesting. So you know, a certain Fitz thinks that, you know, Van Dijk doesn't make the top 50 list. You know, to be fair, he's got a good reason for Van Dijk not being in the top 50. You know, but I think with me, if I'm basing it on the pure footballer, Van Dijk, the pure defender in terms of the attributes he has, that this is why I think he's up there. But if you're basing it on trophies won and consistency, there's an argument there as well, you know. So yeah. Gav, I have a game this weekend against our league leader. I want a clean sheet. Boy, well, make sure you get it then. Make sure you get it, man. You know, make sure you organize your defense. You know, make sure they're not playing a high line like Wolves did today. I mean, Wolves' high line was ridiculous, man. You're a team, yeah. you're a team that is struggling at the bottom with 2 points, and you're playing that high line. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Jerome Boateng, yeah, that's another one. Yeah, Jerome Boateng can be in there. Jerome Boateng, yeah. Even what's his name? Who played alongside Boateng? I forgot. Mats Hummels. That's another one. Mats Hummels. Do you know what? That Rob Edwards is decent. I do think he's a decent coach, but yeah, this Wolves team are just not good, man. You know, they're just wide open, man. It was a poor display, man, today from them. Poor. Let's see this poll. 20 votes, 70-30. So Man City winning the league, looking like. And Aston Villa coming second. What team do you play for? My team's defense sometimes is more open than a biscuit tin. I'm always shouting. What team is it you play for? Madison, great free kick. You guys are killing me in the chat, man. Bonnie Blue and that. Queengate FC. Okay. Yeah, big up to all the newcomers, man, for coming on. Guys, come on, make sure we're smashing the like button. Make sure we're subbing to the channel as well. We're going to wrap it up in a minute. Guys, as I said, I had my boxing fight Saturday. So if you guys want to view the fight, it's on my members only section. So again, it's an affordable price. So if you guys become a member and show your support to the channel, you'll be able to view the fight that I had on Saturday. And also there's some other stuff on there as well. So yeah, big up. Any views on the War Games match, Gav? I thought the finish was slightly botched and the J music mid-match pissed me off too. Yeah, listen, I think, you know what it is with War Games, yeah? I was kind of disappointed. You know, I think you had all those stars in one match. And I thought Roman Reigns' team was going to win, funny enough. I thought their team was going to win. But again, obviously, Bron Breakker got the win for his team against CM Punk. You know what I was thinking though, yeah? And I could be wrong. Well, first and foremost, actually, the person that helped the team of Bron Breakker, their team win. Does anyone know who the mystery person is? Because I think the mystery person is Austin Theory. I think it was him, yeah? But what I would say is, I don't know if you've noticed that. Yeah. It's Austin Theory, yeah. It's Austin Theory. Yeah, I knew it was Austin Theory time ago. Because I remember watching something on YouTube before, and they mentioned Austin Theory is going to be joining that stable. But if you've noticed, yeah, and I could be wrong, but if you noticed that Jey Uso, he got beat in the, did he get beat in the semi-finals up until the John Cena last time is now match? And you think of LA Knight as well. LA Knight got beat by Gunther. And if you look at LA Knight and you look at Jey Uso, they're becoming the Nelly men. You know, never getting really over the line. I know Jey Uso's been champ already, but they're not really getting over the line. And I heard that Jey Uso and LA Knight are gonna form a team like a heel team. That's what I heard. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard, man. Nah, it's not Mox. It's not John Moxley. Where's that coming from? If it was John Moxley, man, it would go mad, but it's not John Moxley. I watched John Moxley last night in AEW. Well, on Friday. So it's definitely not John Moxley. And yeah, Moxley's on AEW with the Death Riders. So it's not John Moxley. It's Austin Theory, definitely. Because Austin Theory, remember, didn't he get released or something like that? And now he's come back. So yeah, they want you to think it's Seth Rollins, but it's not. But I've got a theory that Seth Rollins, I don't know if he's going to reunite with Roman Reigns and go up against the Vision. I don't know, but it's definitely not Seth Rollins. It's definitely not John Moxley. There was talk about Jericho, you know, and Edge, but I think it's Austin Theory. Yeah. I don't think it's Jericho. I think it's gonna be someone that's slightly a bit younger. I can't see them having a Jericho. Yeah, I can't see it. Haku, it's not Haku. Nah. It's not Haku, man. Haku's dead anyway. Yeah, Hornswoggle, you know. What happened to the Blackpool Combat Club, Cesaro versus Okada? Yeah, Blackpool Combat Club's no longer, man. They're called the Death Riders. Obviously, Blackpool Combat Club was with Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, or Claudio Castagnoli, John Moxley, and Wheeler Yuta. But obviously it's Death Riders now, so yeah, man. Ethan Page. No, it's not Ethan Page, man. It's not Ethan Page. Ethan Page is in TNA, I think, anyway. NXT, sorry, yeah. But Swerve Strickland's back now. Obviously, Will Ospreay's going to come back soon. Yeah, man. I think AEW, obviously, they got Samoa Joe, the champ. They got, what's his name? The Ops. The Ops in Powerhouse Hobbs, Shibata, and Hook. Joe Hendry, you know, boy. John Bradshaw Layfield. Boy, you got to bring back some names, man. Joe Hendry. Nah, I don't rate Joe Hendry, man. I don't rate him. But did you guys see Obafemi and Ricky Starks? They're calling him Ricky Saints now, but Ricky Starks from AEW. So they're one of them are fighting Cody Rhodes. So the winner out of them two fights Cody Rhodes. Yeah, listen, X-Pac. So X-Pac was called Sick. He was called 123 Kid. Then he was called 6. Now he's called X-Pac. It's Oba versus Cody. Since when? Yeah, listen, CM Punk was ridiculous, man. CM Punk was ridiculous. I think the only one that can challenge CM Punk on the mic has to be John Cena. I think he's the only one, man. John Cena's the only one. I think LA Knight, to be fair, on the mic's good as well. The Rock, obviously, was ridiculous. So, yeah, The Rock, CM Punk, John Cena, man. Them guys. Yeah, Cody Rhodes is putting the title on the line against either Obafemi or Ricky Saints. Yeah, come on, man. Sting was my guy, man. If anyone remembers WCW back in the day, WCW, yeah, was the one to watch. I'm telling you, man. And I remember the era, man, the Attitude Era. And you had Monday Night Wars. It was WCW versus WWF at the time. And I tell you now, when the NWO came to WCW, and then you had the black and white Sting, and obviously they had the Wolfpack, Goldberg coming through, DDP, Diamond Dallas Page. Yeah, listen, man. Monday Nitro, yeah, listen. That was the time when wrestling was sick. You know, you had the Ministry of Darkness with Triple H. Sorry, the Corporate Ministry and the Ministry of Darkness with Triple H, Undertaker, Viscera. They had loads of people in there, man. Crazy. Yeah, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Conan, Total Package, Lex Luger, obviously Sting. Yeah, man, they were serious, man. That was serious. That's when wrestling was at its best for me. That's when it was at its best for me, man. Definitely. What's that? So Gunther's getting the new Legend Killer gimmick. PJ's last match, followed by Orton's last match to confirm it. What? Randy Orton's retiring? Since when? What? Randy Orton's... Oh, AJ's last match, followed by Orton's... What? AJ Styles and Randy Orton, their last matches, since when? Yeah, Gunther won the tournament. Gunther's fighting John Cena, yeah. Someone told me it was Edge that's meant to be fighting him. Oh, okay. What? AJ Styles announced retirement? No way. AJ Styles was one of the greatest, man. AJ Styles was one of my favorites in TNA. If anyone remembers TNA when AJ Styles was there, yeah, they had who remembers a wrestler called Loki and Elite Skipper? And Petey Williams, the Canadian Destroyer. Hey, listen. If you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. Randy said he has 10 years left, you know. Crazy. No, Cena's fighting Gunter. Gunter beat LA Knight on Raw on SmackDown on Friday. On Saturday, sorry. Yeah, of course, man. They're all related. Rikishi, Roman Reigns, The Rock. They're all related, man. They're all related. Rikishi, The Rock, Roman Reigns, Usos, um, Solo Sikoa. They're all related. It's a family tree, man. It's the bloodline. What, Gunter's fighting AJ? Since when? Oh, after Cena. Okay. Oh, I get you now. So, okay. So, Gunter's retired Goldberg. He's going to retire Cena and then retire AJ Styles. And then Orton. Why is Gunter this retiring legend then? Where does it come from? Fire your barber, bro. Well, your mum done my hair for me, so why would I fire her? Dickhead. Bro, I'm not sure why you're laughing, man. Your mum doing my hair, so why you laughing? It's not a laughing matter. You know what I mean? It's not a laughing matter. I should be laughing, not you, man. Fuck knows, bro. But Goldberg then Cena logically it makes me think they will go that way with it. Yeah, hairline's mad, isn't it? Hairline's mad, man. Don't worry. Johnny Gargano's underrated. Arsenal will win the league, mate. Okay, you think so? Right, guys, we're going to wrap it up in 2 minutes. So get your questions and comments coming in. Even if you think Arsenal win the league, then that's your choice. But I'm going to tell you now they're not. I mean, if Tottenham get their act together, you know, you never know. Tottenham could finish above Arsenal. What's your favorite wrestling match in history? Do you know what? I haven't really got one, man. I'll be honest. I ain't really got one. There's loads of matches, but I ain't really got a number one. Gav, you remember in NJPW with Kenny, AJ, and Finn Balor in the Bullet Club? I want them to recreate something like that. You know what? Yeah, I never even knew that Kenny Omega, AJ Styles, and Finn Balor were in the Bullet Club. I never even knew that. Never even knew that. But yeah, that would be good, man. But again, I don't know how it's gonna happen. Obviously, Kenny Omega's in AEW. Finn Balor's obviously with um what they called again, his group in WWE. And I've just heard that AJ's looking to retire, man. So yeah, listen, 6-man Hell in a Cell, crazy. Brett versus Austin, yeah, yeah. I thought you were gonna say Brett versus Shawn Michaels, the Montreal Screwjob. I thought I was gonna say that one. Mine is Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. How weird is that? And now them two are teammates. Tommaso Ciampa, you know. What do you think about Joshua versus Jake Paul? Think it's legit or scripted? Well, I'll tell you this for free, yeah. If Anthony Joshua doesn't beat him in 2 rounds, it's definitely scripted. Because I just don't see how Jake Paul can live with Joshua, you know? So I just don't know what to make of it. They're both getting paid a lot of money, but yeah, man, I just don't know what to make of it. Because part of me is part of me is telling me, yeah, that for some reason it wouldn't surprise me if Jake Paul can sneak a victory. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking like that, but there's something just doesn't add up. How can he go from fighting Tank Davis to now fighting Joshua? You know, I just think something's not right there. But yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? I think if we're being serious, Joshua cleans him out early, but I just don't know. I can't really answer this. You never saw Kenny the Cleaner's gimmick? Yeah, yeah, of course I did. Of course I did. Yeah. But I didn't watch NJPW too much, to be honest with you. And obviously Kenny Omega coming to AEW as the cleaner. But at the moment he's got back with the Young Bucks, and they're going up against Okada. But Okada obviously has beef with Konosuke Takeshita. So yeah, man. Yeah, Stone Cold and Booker T in the supermarket. Yeah. Right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up anyway. Obviously, I've been live for over an hour now. So yeah, Manchester United running out 4-1 winners against a very, very poor Wolves side. And what I would say, man, is United find themselves in 6th place. I don't really know how, I'll be honest, but they are 6. And I mean, what do we say, man? I mean, really and truly, 3 points was a must, and they got the 3 points in the end. So next game's Bournemouth at home. And as I said, the Ruben Amorim train just goes round and round again. And I think the only positive that I'm seeing tonight is that I'm not seeing too many people say Amorim deserves to stay, because I think everyone understands that this was an isolated game that he got over the line. And it is what it is. On to the next game. So we have to wait and see. But yeah, big up to all the mods each and every time. Big up to all the newcomers for coming on as well. And guys, as I said, make sure you smash the like button. Help the channel to grow. Make sure you sub to the channel if you're new in here as well and you've enjoyed the content, and check out all my other content as well. Make sure you share the channel on all your platforms as well. And again, if you guys want to view my boxing fight from the weekend, it's on my members only page. So obviously, once you guys become members, you'll be able to view the fight on there, and you'll be able to see my other posts on there as well. So yeah. So as I said, if you want to check, if you want to view the fight, then all you got to do is become a member at an affordable price, and support the channel. So it's all there for you guys. But yeah, big up yourselves each and every time for coming on. Before we wrap, we've had 32 votes. So who wins the league this season? Man City 72%, Aston Villa 28%. So it is what it is. But yeah, big up yourselves each and every time. I should be back maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then definitely Wednesday. But as I said, keep an eye on the schedule all the time to see when I go live. Make sure your notifications are on as well. And yeah, we'll catch up soon. But yeah, guys, big up yourselves each and every time. Smash the like, sub to the channel. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Take it easy.